How can you communicate without speaking the same language? My latest speaking club was an amazing, great success. If you aren't on my speaking club yet, you can have a link in the description to this video and join my Telegram channel and follow the announcements of my new speaking clubs. The recent speaking club consisted of 50-50 beautiful women and amazing great men. And we spoke about different important things that happen in their relationships. So, and how you can communicate about this without speaking the same language. And 3 couples decided to talk personally, and they invited each other on individual video dates after the speaking club. So it is not only a speaking club, but it is also serving as a place for meeting people. So join the group of my great man on Telegram. It's a private group, and follow me on my speaking clubs. So I want to share how you can communicate without speaking the language, because I can't keep all these secrets and ideas inside to myself. So what my clients said and actually shared, because many of them have international relationships and boyfriends and girlfriends all over the world, so they know. So number 1. 35% of communication is verbal. The rest, 65%, is everything else. Gestures, style, smell, posture, movements, all of it. And knowing how to use your body language, knowing how to direct your body language and express yourself with your body language is one of the keys to success. That's actually statistically proven, the 35% figure. But very often women are very good at it, but we are sending mixed signals. Actually, you guys read it as wrong signals, because we may be nervous on a date and we can sit like this in a very kind of closed position. We may not speak freely about things and not express ourselves the right way, and you may read it as she's not interested. Especially if there are different cultures and you don't have somebody who can interpret that. So what should you do? Well, number 1, if she finds time for your communication, keep dating. Because woman needs time to get to know you, to learn who you are, and to get the trust to you. And we gain trust with time, right? And the second thing is improving your emotional intelligence. Actually, I was sharing a link in my Telegram channel that one of my friends has created an amazing app approved by Yale University. You can find it in my Telegram channel after you join. But so that's EQ. Emotional intelligence is the key, and it will help you to send a coherent signal. Well, a little bit of science here, but the coherent signal is when you think, say, act, and feel the same thing, which is actually the art of living. But the emotional intelligence is helping you learn how you can do that. When you widen your emotional intelligence, you learn new ways of expressing yourself and thinking, acting, feeling, and saying the same things. Yeah. So this is about growth. This is about making you a better person, better partner, better communicant. You can't read lips, for example, or you can't read faces. And the less language you speak, the clearer of the signals you want to send. Well, eye contact is very important. Guy said that if a girl is looking to you eye to eye, it means she's open, she's like showing she's got no secrets. If a lady is showing gestures like this, especially showing her wrists, it's a message to ladies, then she shows you can trust me, right? Guys have mentioned that if a girl is touching, then she's interested. That's how they read the language of a touch. But women are becoming immediately alarmed when guys is starting touching them. Well, we know how guys do that. He holds the leg already. He tries to, take the ass or whatever, but you guys don't do that, please. Well, if you want to send the right signal, if you want to send the signal that you are interested in a personality, in long-term relationship, you're not going to grab her ass and you're not going to like try to touch her boobs, right? But one of the ladies like had a revelation about this. Just listen to her voice.
I was really surprised to hear what a man said. The easiest way a woman can show she likes a man is by touching him. Just like that. Slightly touching his hand or his shoulder. Wow! I will remember that.
We spoke about the differences in the attitudes and expressions of people who speak the same language. For example, when women speak English well, and they act more confidently, they express themselves better, clear. But it's still not the key, because some women can speak English well, but they can be terrible communicants. And women said that there is also a difference in attitude of men, because if a man speaks her language, then she feels closer to him. And then men commented that it's actually a great thing if you are learning the language of your partner. If you are taking an effort, of course you will never master Ukrainian perfectly or Russian, but you can sing Ukrainian songs, you can say toasts, you can know limited vocabulary to keep your private secret language with each other. And women said that it's a really great thing if man makes an effort. We also discussed like it takes around 3 months to start speaking and a year to feel confident speaking and to be able to express yourself and to hold a good conversation and feel free to talk about anything you want. So it just doesn't take a month or so, if you guys think. Well, pros and cons of using human translator. Actually, men said that when they had situations using a human translator, they didn't only hear translation, but also interpretation of the cultural context, which made their negotiations and communications way better. And some women were using my help when I was present on a date. And I'm not a translator, for God's sake, but sometimes I'm attending a chaperoning, like you call it, or some couples invite me on a date, and especially if there is like a little something that needs understanding better. And then I'm able to explain certain things to a woman depending on the context, and she says, "Oh my God, I never thought about this." So human touch, when there is a language difference, is actually a very, very important component. And well, the key to understanding each other is actually not the words, but you know what? Well, it is genuine attraction, passion, connection, seeing the common values and goals. And that becomes the motivation for women to learn better English, for men to start learning Ukrainian, and it connects the couples because many examples are speaking about it. I had a couple that a woman was so attracted to a man that she was carrying around her laptop. It was 10 years ago. So she was carrying around 11 years ago. She was carrying her laptop using the translation app to talk to him, because that was actually the best way of communication for her, because she didn't want to use a translator, a human translator, because she wanted to be private with a man. So look for true and genuine attraction, build the connection, find your person, and then build trust. And then the language will be going a little bit better. Also, a little hint that a little glass of champagne is actually relaxing you. And if you're, don't drink too much, no more than 1 glass of champagne on a date. But wine takes fear away and makes you feeling more relaxed. So give your girl a glass of champagne and she will be a better talker. That's for sure as well. And then apps work better. And now it's not the matter, it's not the list of apps that we can give you, but because there are different translation tools now in Viber, in WhatsApp, in Telegram, in Zoom, in Skype. So you use the one that you feel more comfortable with, and rely to that app, but not only translate it one way, because if you see that a person is showing your face, then you probably need to translate it back and then translate it again and put it in other words. This is also a hint for you, because sometimes some really serious, meaningful phrases can sound rough and tough and rude. Then you need to read the body language of your communicant to understand that something is probably not going right. So yes, emotional intelligence is the key. So, well, I will be sharing more on the speaking club events and the outcomes that we have. We are raising a lot of very deep and meaningful subjects on relationships. So join my next speaking club. The link is in the video description. Join my Telegram channel. Then you will see way more than just speaking club, because I share dating tips, I share valuable information, I may show some lady profiles that are active. So on the Telegram channel, you can see all of it and be part of my community, only for men. So see you on my next speaking club, and probably you will share some secrets that will make a difference in another person's life. Or maybe that speaking club will change your life for better. See you soon.